Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is in your time zone. Today, for me, is the 6th. So it might be the 7th for some of y'all already. I'm not sure if you're across the international date line. But hello, happy Monday. And we've got some writing to do today. Since I did not write on Saturday, while I'm still like right at my goals, I'm not exceeding them as much as I was. But yesterday's sprint with author Abigail Ford went a long way towards sort of keeping me on track for Project Gray 2, because I got a lot of work done in Project Gray 2, the opening scenes for that. And today I'm switching back to the novella. Even though I should be editing. Again, I'm like kind of ignoring my editing right now in favor of fun time writings. So I'm working in Act 1 of the romance novella. So I'm going to be making some sparks fly today. I popped into the Grape Fry's last writing sprint earlier this morning. And then I went to go get some brunch, really. So Life Evangelina is here. Hello. And Abigail is here as well. Hello. Welcome. Official MRP says hello. Yeah, it's been such a long time since we saw each other. And tomorrow I'm going to be on Abigail's channel, and the link to her channel is in the description, as well as the other dates that I will be live during camp. So don't forget to check out the description and visit Abigail as well. We are the Twin Tails says hello. Hello back. Editing? What editing? I don't know. There's no editing here. There should be, but there isn't. Charlie says, hello all. Welcome. We're glad you could join us today. Life Evangelina says that's what camp is for, fun time writings. Yep. I'm glad you're streaming today. You've been procrastinating all morning. Same deal. I did not want to get out of bed this morning. It was Monday, and I feel like I channel Garfield every Monday. I'm like, I just want lasagna and naps. And I mean, Garfield has it right. Those are like two fantastic things. So Jackpot 1986, hello, welcome. I think that's the first time I've seen you here, so welcome. Who all did the marathon yesterday? I did not do the entirety of it, but I did try and pop into everybody's stream for at least a few minutes and make sure to like hit the like button. That way I can find it later in my likes and go and watch some of the replays, because I had missed a couple of sessions that I really wanted to attend. But actually I just kind of wanted to attend everybody's and get like all the writing done. But I think that's not going to be like, I don't think I can handle a 13-hour like straight session. So I will be doing the replays when I get the time and the motivation. So, and Get Mad with Cad the Lad. Hello, welcome. You have not missed much at all. We just started the stream, and so we have not even started our first sprint yet, which is fun times. Perfect timing. I have moved another two of my stickies to the drafted section based on the work that I did yesterday with Abigail. So I'm hoping to move a couple more stickies for my little Kanban board in the back. And so, yeah, that is what I am hoping to do today. What are you guys working on? Are you editing? Are you reaching your goals? Are you drafting? Since I'm assuming that most of us are drafting something new, or at least like rewriting a second draft rather than like official editing, because that just doesn't seem fun. Let's see. Unicorn Nightporium is here. Hello, welcome. you created a playlist of all of them and a few old ones and the ones that were going on today. So you're going to do a huge writing day today with them. Nice. That's great. Who else was, I think, is it today immediately after my stream that Marissa Mohi is streaming? Yes. So right at 3:00, Marissa Mohi is writing with Caitlin Duncan, but it's going to be on Marissa's channel. So that will be immediately following. Let's see. Charlie did the whole thing. Wow, that's impressive. And wrote 7.4K. Woo, that is a lot of words. You hope you can write today. I hope you can too. During like a nano official nano last time, I think I wrote something. I think I did something utterly ridiculous, and I did close to a 13K day. And then I could not write for like a week afterwards. I was just like so brain dead. So I hope that you are not to that stage. Unicorn, you have a newsletter to write. Ooh. And you did 5K this morning. Holy cow, you're impressive. Angelina is going to be drafting and trying to stop yourself from working on the second draft of your first novel. Yeah, okay. So I had an idea this morning for something that I needed to add into book 1. And so I wrote like 200-ish words this morning for that during Grape Fry's stream. And so, but it was very much something that needed to be added. And so I was glad that I had that spark of inspiration during her stream. So, and that was even pre-coffee. So that was, now I should be real good because I've had my coffee. Outlining and working on some characters today. Nice. And you changed your avatar. So now we can see your lovely face. If that's you. Could be somebody else. Who knows? We are the Twin Tails. I'm almost through with all the words you've written before July, and now you need to get drafting again. Okay. So you were editing, and now you're at the stage where you can start writing again. Great. You did, yes. So this is your alternate account. You're usually here as a Bookiship session. So I have to like remember. But yes, you're Prince Nikolai and Anastasia's story. You're finished outlining so you can start writing. Yay! Going to try and watch all the write-a-thons back to back to see how much writing you can get done today, tracking by minutes. Okay, nice. Charlie is drafting your non-binary dark urban fantasy romance. You love the book so much. It sounds cool. Okay, and that is a picture of your face. Great. Alrighty, so I think we should go ahead and get started. I'm going to go ahead and set us up for the usual starting time, and that is the 15-minute sprint. There we go. And get the first writing sprint banner up. So we are all set to go. Okay, so first sprint of the day to get our brains into our story worlds and just kind of begin to get into our writing modes, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, that was the end of the first writing sprint. How'd you do? I got a lot closer to the end of this scene than I had anticipated, which is great. I'm not entirely sure how many words I got. I think I may have gotten around 500 or 600. Let's check. 664. Great. That is awesome. But I think part of that was because this was a rewrite for a point of view. So I changed who the characters, which perspective was going to be the main perspective in this scene. So I kind of already had an idea of how the scene was supposed to go. So now it was just sort of like rewriting and adding in some details from the other character's point of view. So felt pretty good. But still, 664 is really good for a 15-minute sprint. I don't do that very often, but I'll take it when I get it. So let's see. Get Mad with Cat the Lad says you love the name too. I like all the internal rhyme that is in the account name, but it's also apparently hard for people to say. Yeah, I think if you have a tendency to skim read, or if you have a tendency, or if you have like dyslexia and whatnot, it does get quite confusing because of the shape and the height of letters, which is apparently one of the ways that can confuse people with dyslexia, as well as since they all end in AD, it can become a problem. But I love it. It's cute. I like it. Plus your avatar is really cute too. But dawdling is apparently also hard for people to say. I've seen quite a few people say dwaddling, but that's okay. It's not a very commonly used word. It's just because I'm from a Southern family and, don't dawdle, come on, like that kind of stuff. So it's just, I'm used to the word, I think. So K the Minion or Kai the Minion? Kai the Minion. Just watching the stream from yesterday. Oh, thank you for motivation. Editing is not your friend. Same. I am still in the midst of avoiding it. So hopefully it will eventually be my friend, but we'll see. Abigail got 494 on that sprint. Nice. And Jackpot hit the jackpot and got 754 words. That's awesome. That's great. Let's see. Get Mad with Cat the Lad got 3 massive pieces of backstory for Anastasia done. Ooh, very nice. Life of Angelina is not doing word count based goals, but got 617 words. Nice. So are you doing, you had said that you're doing time tracking, or are you doing just like scenes and chapters? I was trying to remember. Scrolling back up to the comments. No, that was Get Mad with the Cat the Lad. That was doing by minutes. Okay. Charlie got 82 words, but you are editing into the book a short story that you didn't realize was a part of this book. I have had that happen before. I had what I thought was a nightmare at the time, and turned out it was the sort of like the origin story for how the antagonistic deity escaped his seal and then began to affect the world around them negatively, of course. So I thought it was a nightmare, and I was like, this is really weird. I don't normally have horror nightmares like ever. And so I like shot up out of a stream and like wrote 4 or 5 handwritten pages, like full handwritten pages, of what was going on in the story. And I texted a friend of mine who she and her mother are really good at dream interpretation. And so I was like, what is going on? And they're like, this is weird for you. No. So, but then I figured out it was supposed to be a part of Project Gray. So it's really kind of fun when that happens, if it doesn't come in a nightmare form. But it's nice to have the puzzle pieces fit together. Let's see. You decided that Anastasia is going to suffer from childhood trauma like you. I'm sorry. So that's at least interesting. Okay, so making her a bit more relatable, a bit more... She's a princess, right? Okay, there could definitely be some trauma involved with like political schemes and assassination attempts and just all kinds of stuff. So yeah, could be very interesting. You're trying to write an hour every day. I got you covered on that. We'll get you there. We'll get you at least most of the way there. So get mad with Cad the Lad. You're doing something similar using a couple, let's call them painful memories and their backstory. It's a bit cathartic for you. So you hope for Get Mad with Cad the Lad as well. Yes, I hope so. Writing is therapy sometimes. Alrighty. So, and in trying to get Angelina and Get Mad with Cad the Lad up on their minutes, how long do we want to sprint for the next time? Very cathartic because you don't talk about your trauma much. Most people don't openly talk about it. So yeah. Yes. How long do we want to go? Do we want to do a 20 or a funky number? I enjoy doing some funky numbers every once in a while. So a 20 to 25, and I can run with that and do a 20 minutes and 25 seconds. Abigail says, been doing the same thing. Your current work in progress, you actually have a character that starts off as a villain that is based on a real life person. But they will get redemption as your way of trying to forgive them. Very nice. And then Get Mad with Cad the Lad says 2319 as a second suggestion. We can do that. 2319. Alrighty. Oops, I gotta share it. I'm always forgetting. I have to share the screen. Don't keep it a secret. No. Alrighty. So, second sprint starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, that was the end of the second sprint. How'd we do? I finished my glass of water. And I'm going to save my document. So y'all should also save your documents. I was raining a good bit, and I was like, why am I feeling tired? And then I looked out the window, and it's raining. So it's like one of those sort of like cozy gray days that you just like want to sit up propped on the couch with a book and a cup of tea and just relax. It's one of those days. So how did we do? I finished the scene that I was working in for the first sprint, and I went ahead and got a real good start on the next scene. And I sort of like wrote a bit, and I was like, is this it? Am I done? And I was only like 200 words into it, 290-ish words. And then I was like, wait, no, I kind of need to add these elements into this conversation. Add the hesitance and the reluctance, but still some sparks. Because, you gotta have some sparks, but some hesitation with the beginning of the romance stories. Well, you don't have to, but sparks are usually a required element. The hesitation, maybe not so much, depending on the genre, but yeah. How many words did I get? Did I even check that? I am currently at 1224. Nice. So I think that was 664. 560 that time. Nice. Very good. And we had Alley Cat come in, and we had Nikki B come in. Get Mad with Cad the Lad was mentioning that you saved your dog from rolling herself off the bed due to wanting belly rubs and thinking about writing the story in second person. There'll be a lot of yous and understood yous. Interesting. That would be an interesting way to write it. But I think you would have to love second person. So, Kai the Minion said second person is really an interesting tense that doesn't get used often enough. Yeah, and I think that's partially because not many people know how to use it consistently and effectively. But if you do it correctly, it can be very cool. We are going to be here until 3, so we will be here for another hour. Nick B says hello, just switched to the stream, so welcome. Welcome, welcome. Saying hello to everyone. And Alley Cat usually has some sort of classes. Might have to leave soon, don't know how much longer. You have a Zoom class in about 6 minutes. Ooh, Zoomy Zoom. Get to learn over the internet, which is fun sometimes. So I hope that your Zoom class is fun. Life of Angelina got 647 words that time and actually wrote the entire time. Nice. Gotta love when you have that uninterrupted concentration. Abigail got 604. Great. Get Mad with Cad the Lad got a bit more done, did some more brainstorming than anything else, and you're going to have to do research during the next sprint. What are you going to be researching? And Unicorn Nightporium just finished your newsletter. Yay, congratulations. Just got here so you didn't write anything. That's okay. You can just start opening your documents and getting ready. It is perfectly fine. Charlie got 399 words. This flashback, you didn't want to stop at the timer. Yeah. Sometimes a good scene will do that. Wow, Jackpot got a 1,076 on that one. Holy cow. and finished one scene and started a new one. Okay, I'm right there with you with the scenes, at least. Not quite there with the words. Let's see. Unicorn Nightporium. Now you have 20 minutes to get to an appointment all the way across town. Good luck. Don't speed. Drive safe. Watch for cops. Oops. Accidentally read that as 404 at first. See, Nikki is at 3.8K for your outline. Your goal is 5K, so you're excited to finish the outline. Great. It sounds like a nice, solid outline. And Nikki B is wishing Unicorn good luck on your drive across town. No, don't take the 200 words from me. Not fair. Alicia just got here and am ready to write, and you are catching up on all your group chats. That is work too. Sometimes when you have the friends who type a lot or type often in the group chats, catching up can be difficult sometimes. Fane's offense, I would never take your words away from you. And let's see, Nikki wants to know what projects Angelina is currently working in. And Abigail says that not wanting to stop when the timer stops is a good sign, yes. Drafting YA teen with power. Ooh, trying to stop yourself from working on your Greek mythology story. I know how that feels. I've got the title for a story that I want to start. Like, I just want to start it. I just want to start it because I have the kernel of the idea, but I need to sort of like let it simmer and marinate for a while until I'm really sure about which genre it fits. So, Gollum voice, my precious words. This book has you hooked. You only hope it does the same for your readers. I hope so. You remember seeing Project Power was in one of your vlogs, and the Greek mythology sounds cool too. Yay, I love mythology. Mythology is so fun. I'm going to be looking at poverty statistics for people of color. They are there, and they are much, much higher than they should be. And it's stupidly ridiculous. It's just, it makes me so mad. I worked at a high school in a pretty affluent county, and the gerrymandering was just so bad. And so our school essentially got, it was so frustrating. There was a trailer park in the county, and it was less than a mile from one of the other schools. And the entire county, like, districting lines were redone so that that school did not have to take the trailer park. It was just the blatant. Anyway. Yes. It is there. You will find plenty of research, unfortunately. So, Nikki B, yes, it's a power project. The Greek mythology is your first novel, and you need to brainstorm and outline the second draft. Yeah. If your name is too long, you can just call you Cad. Most of the others do. I can go with that, but it's just the internal rhyme is so fun. Where are we all from the United States? Yes, I am in the South. I am in Georgia, the state of Georgia. There's a lot going on in the world and in the U.S. at the moment. But yeah. So yes, Jack, your words are amazing for that amount of time. Usually the feelings do cross over. Your readers will be hooked as well. Kai the Minion is from England. And I know we've had a couple of Canadians in the stream before, and we've had a couple of people who are from Norway. And so, yeah, so we're international now. Since you're rebooting your career after 15 years as an indie, you're a bundle of nerves. So gerrymandering is when you purposefully redraw the district lines to essentially give the affluent and white neighborhoods together and keep the people of color, the Black communities, the minority communities away in a separate district. And so you essentially, all the money and resources go to the white communities, and there's a severe lack of resources and representation for the Black and minority communities. So one of the things that happens is the minority communities that will then be assigned to a school that doesn't perform as well, and because they don't have as many resources, it's like this vicious cycle. It's like, well, you don't perform well, so you don't deserve more resources. And so the resources will then continue to be shuttled to the white and richer areas, despite the fact that if they had more resources, if they had more money to like purchase new textbooks or purchase supplies, then the school would be better off, and the kids who went to that school would be better off. And the same thing happens with voting as well. And so you have like the number of polling locations where you can vote is severely reduced in areas of in Black communities and minority communities. And so like they're using COVID and the pandemic as an excuse. So we're having our primaries have been delayed for our candidates for the next election, which is in November. And so like in Kentucky, there's a city that has like a large Black community, and the number of polling locations should have been close to 200. And because of like COVID, it was reduced to one location to vote at, which means that 600,000 people had to go to the same location to vote in a 1-day period of time when you were supposed to be avoiding crowds and being socially distanced and, you know, covering your face, mask, all that kind of stuff. And so it's so extremely frustrating. And just like, it's wrong. It's so wrong, and it's absolutely infuriating. And so whenever you talk about gerrymandering, that is the politicians of the area who are knowingly suppressing the minority communities and the Black communities because they are willing to keep all the wealth and the resources in specific areas because they repeatedly get reelected and support through money for campaigning and whatnot from the white communities. And that's why you see a lack of representation for the poverty-stricken areas, which are usually more Black and minority. And it's just absolutely infuriating. Okay, sorry, I'm going to stop. It's just so amazing. Good for you for moving. Yes, for restarting the career. But she wants to know if you're moving away from being indie or just starting up again. Angelina is in Canada and Alicia is in Colorado. Mad with Cad Lad, the way that poverty is handled in the U.S. just so mad. Ugh. You are in poverty in a decent amount of your life, and you can't imagine how bad. I can't either, because obviously pale as a ghost. But it just makes me mad. It just absolutely makes me mad. But I cannot begin to understand. I can theorize and I can sort of analyze the numbers and things. So it's just, So Grapefly, hello. Yes, you have some time left, and you even managed a post-stream nap for you. Good choice. So about 6 years ago, you fell into a deep depression. It took 4 years to dig out, so it's like starting over. Yeah. Came out as a non-binary femme, so the branding is different as well. Gotcha. Yeah, that would be a rebranding of your entire self and writing. Yeah. Yay for Georgia, except when we're not in politics at the moment. So international. You're from Germany. Nice. Yay. More international friends. Masked non-binary. Great. Lots of representation and viewpoints and perspectives. Nice. I do not speak German. I would probably butcher it. So you went from having #1 bestsellers on Amazon before the Depression to rebuilding your audience now. Plus you're embracing the LGBTQIA themes in your new work. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. And Grapefry, Nikki saw your stream earlier. It is. It's just... it makes you so frustrated once you realize what's going on. And the problem is that we have not been able to kick out the politicians who continue to perpetuate it. So JLC, hello, hopping in late. That is okay. We are glad that you are here. And we are also glad that Charlie is back up and writing. Yes. You wish you had known more about gender when you were younger. It would have saved you from a lot of unnecessary suffering. Yeah. I still argue with my brother about that kind of stuff because he does not see things the same way. But I had a friend who sort of helped me understand a little bit more when I got to college because he was also trying to figure out everything. And then when I started teaching, my mentor teacher was the sponsor for the Gay Straight Alliance Club. And so when she switched schools, the kids came to me and they asked, like, hey, would you be our sponsor? I'm like, yeah, sure. Absolutely. Yes. 100%. So yeah. Seems like with COVID, they would make more locations. Yeah, that would be the sensible thing. But no, they don't. It's just so frustrating. Happened all across Kentucky. Yeah, in your county, you only had one polling place for the whole county. Yeah, it's so frustrating. It's so mind-boggling. They did try to push the mail voting, which is what I did. I did as well. But then here's the other thing. On the mail-in vote ballot, they say it has to be postmarked by a certain date. Well, they didn't reprint them after the primary was postponed again. So technically, if our governor, Kemp, who is like one of the shadiest Republicans that you will find, decides that he's going to mess with the vote, he can invalidate all of them because they have the wrong date on them. And so I'm just waiting for that to happen. It's absolutely frustrating. It's just so stupid. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Your podcast is growing. Your YouTube channel actually has subs. Your site is getting traffic. Anyone can do it if you can. We can all do it. No, I mean, we need to be riled up because it's ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So don't worry about that. It is BS. So yeah. Canadian as well, says JLC. Yes. you've lived in Texas your entire life, it took a while to see how awful the U.S. is. And there are aspects of America that I love, but politics is not one of them. Yep. Don't know if the polling places pay people to run them, but if they do, that would help with unemployment. I think they may pay them like the barest amount, but a lot of it is done by volunteer work. You live in Missouri. Yeah. Only ever done mail-in because you're usually out of state during the election. Yeah. Inspiration. Charlie is an inspiration. Yes. Boggles my mind that people are scared of more people voting. Like if more of the population doesn't like you. Oh, no, it is straight up because the Republican Party is afraid of losing. Like, very much so, because the crap that has been done. Oh boy. So yeah, so it's shenanigans are afoot. Yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get back to sprinting and not thinking about real life politics. You can think about your fantasy world politics all you want, but let's get back into our writing rather than spend more ranting time on what is currently going on. So how long do we want to do? I'm kind of feeling a 25. Y'all okay with that? Let me get the timer reset. I gotta make it small to reset it. I keep forgetting. Okay, 20, 25, 15, 25 sounds good. 20 to 25, into for 25. 25 is good. All right, so we will do a 25. And starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So, oh, I forgot. I've got my my phone when I was checking on it. We have a bit of technical issues sometimes, because I'm attached to the Wi-Fi rather than the Ethernet. So occasionally StreamYard's like, I think I'm going to blink out for a second. So it did that. But it's okay. I'm back now. And I got a little bit further on the last scene in Act 1, which I think I'm really going to split into sort of like 2 scenes. But I did pretty good with it. So I think I got around another 400-ish words. Yeah. 423. Which is great. It's great. Doing good today. So what am I at for the project as a whole? I'm now at 5,163. So I now have passed the quarter mark for the novella word count that I set out to get. So that's great. And Poisoned Nightcore came in, said, hello, need help with endings. And so I'm not entirely sure what kind of genre you're writing, or if you are looking more at like, do you want a happily ever after? Do you want a happy for now? But like if there's some sort of situation on the horizon that they're going to have to deal with in the future, do you want a tragic ending? Do you want like everything is tied up and completed and like feels completed, or do you want something that feels a little bit more open? So you might want to kind of think about those sort of types of ending and where you want the story to go if you are planning to write a sequel, that kind of thing. So, and JLC and Life of Angelina are talking about where they are. JLC is in Toronto. And Angelina is in British Columbia. Alicia, I keep forgetting to have my characters introduce themselves. I'm like, I already know all the names. You figure it out. Same. I can write pages and realize when editing I never said who is who. I've done that a couple times, but I try to go back, and when I'm doing a dialogue scene, I try to, if there's only 2 characters, then I alternate, of course. And I try to go back and add like he said, MC said, like mentor or whatever. So add little tags, especially since half the time I don't know their names the first time I'm writing it. So yeah. Charlie got 498 words that time. Nice. Abigail struggled a bit more that time. I did too. My brain just didn't want to stay in gear. But you got 255 words. Still great. Yeah. You need 146 more to meet your nano goal for the day. I have hit my nano goal for the day. I've written 1,600, which means that I have far surpassed my 650 word goal for the day. So that since I'm alternating, I guess I really am looking for, is that 1,300? I think it is, a day, so that I can sort of like switch to the other project. So tomorrow I'll be, or the next time I stream, which will be with Abigail tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be working on Project Gray 2. And then I'll sort of like pop back and forth. So I guess I need to get 1,300 every day. Alicia, 190. The scene is not going the way it's supposed to, but you guess that's just first draft vibes. Or is your scene taking you in a different plot direction? Let's see. Angelina only wrote for 10 minutes because there were some problems with the mail, but you got 333 words. You got that nice, lovely round number again. That perfect number all the way across. And Jackpot got another 1,262 words, and you're nearly at the end of the scene. Holy cow, Jackpot. You are working hard today. Feel bad for saying you haven't been to British Columbia, but you know you might not leave if you did. Give me mountains and forests and oceans top of your bucket list for places in Canada to visit. That sounds like it would be the perfect recipe for place to stay. Yes. It's pretty nice, and you've never been to Ontario either. Is it Ontario or Ontario? I'm not sure. Okay, so it is 2:49 right now. So I kind of have something that I don't know if you guys are wanting to try with me, but one of the things that I know I'm going to have to work on is sort of like writing my book blurbs and making sure that they are very concise but very interesting. So if you want, in the last, like, I'll set up like a 5-minute timer, and you would have the amount of characters for the chat, which is 200 characters, to do a little book blurb about what your book is. It's like your book pitch, your miniature, tiny, teeny, tiny little book pitch, 200 characters. If you're interested in doing that, because I have not done one of those for the romance novella. So book blurbs or book pitch, like 200 little characters for the chat. So I think that's what I'm going to do in like 5 minutes. And don't forget to, I'm going to set up the timer so that we can do the book pitch or book blurb. And then after my stream, Marissa Mohi is streaming directly at 3 o'clock Eastern time, which would be immediately after. And then this evening there, let's see, Austin K has her normal. And if you know of any of the other ones, go ahead and put them in the chat as well. But, so I'm going to set up the 5-minute timer. So we are writing our little 200 character book blurb or book pitch, what your book is about, what your story is about. So starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so if you have participated and are willing to share, go ahead and enter your book blurb or book pitch with your 200 character limit. I typed mine into my other document, so I was having to retype it, but oh no, it didn't show me my character limit, which tells me I'm going to have to cut it down some. Okay. Let's see. The official MRP said you wanted 500 words a day for camp. That hasn't happened since day one. There's just a lot of world building that needs to happen. Project Joyce outline is good, though. Excellent. So Drew is here. Hello. The Save the Cat log lines work great for something like that. I have not reached that point in Save the Cat, but I will make mental note to pay more attention to that section. Drew says it's for a storyline per se, but you're trying for this. Boy claims his spot as a star, fighting for a place to belong through challenges. He will make it. Excellent. You may want to turn the last part into a question. That way people are going to try and read it to find out if he succeeds or not. It's the first tries are always the rough ones, and so but we got to try. So, Alicia, 3 super-powered sports fanatic kids accidentally get stuck on another planet. Ooh. The main character, Claire Park, now has to learn what it takes to compete with people who have superpowers too. Feels choppy, but good exercise. I like the first sentence is like super, super strong. The main character now has to learn what it takes to compete with people. So is Claire the only one who's competing, or is she competing against the other 2? So now I have questions, which is good. Ellis's only way to discover who they really are is to break the curse placed on them, to bind their ability to create dreams without giving in to the anger threatening their soul, hungry for revenge. Ooh, interesting. Mine is for my romance novella. Audrey's the black sheep of her family, the only creative amongst the ivory tower professors. She moves away from her to be her own person and finds the perfect working guy to have a fling with. But can he be more than a fling to rebel against her family? So I'm going to have to clean that up a bit and make it more concise to fit in the 200 limit characters. Ash wakes up in an unknown school surrounded by odd faces and abilities. He's told he's been here all his life, but he doesn't believe that. As he tries to figure out his past, he uncovers dark secrets. Interesting. So he does not have memories from prior to waking up? Interesting. And Charlie's volunteering to beta read. Like, I want to read it. I want to read it. Had to take a work call, so you didn't get to do yours, but these sound so great. I kind of like that little exercise. That's kind of fun. So, but yeah, and it sort of gets everybody to promote their own writing. So sounds fun. Now you want to know so much more. That's right. Emerson is a bratty teen boy making trouble for a 70-year-old Joyce. Through the kindness of Joyce, he learns that he holds the power of his future and his past doesn't define him. And Get Mad with Cat Lad did a bit more research on poverty in the Philippines specifically. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Well, thank you for joining me today. It is now 3:00. So thank you. Once again, my name is Jules. I'm the Dawdling Writer. And thank you for joining me today. I will be tomorrow on Abigail's channel. And Is it at noon tomorrow? My brain says I can't remember, but I do have the time in the description. So do check out the description of when I will be over on her channel. And actually, I should know this. It is noon. I had it right. Yay. My brain was like, it's noon, right? So I will be over on Abigail's channel at noon tomorrow. And so, yes. So don't forget to hit the like and the subscribe, maybe, if you enjoyed it and you're not already. And I will see y'all soon. Bye.